alien female assassin shot her poisonous arrows at him to kill him, but he sent it back to her. She had never missed a target before. Not in 7 cycles. Not in 3 galaxies. Not in 112 contracts. Yet tonight, as the twin moons of Gyras hung cold above the ravine, the alien assassin's eyes narrowed at the shadow below, a lone human, sitting at the fire he should not have lit. "Careless," she whispered, her voice like smoke. Her name was Vesari, last of the Night Vale kin, trained in silence, blood, and shadow. Her arrows were poisoned with death moss from Eteros, swift and irreversible. One shot, and this man would be dust. She drew the bow, felt the whisper of wind curl around her scaled fingers. Released. The arrow screamed through the air. But the man moved. No, he tilted, as if the wind whispered to him too. The arrow missed his heart by a breath and instead pierced a log by the fire. Vesari blinked. Impossible. She reached for a second arrow. Too late. He stood. The firelight danced on his skin, smooth, pale, unarmored, yet his eyes held no fear. He raised one hand. Held something. The arrow. It was her own, poisoned tip still glowing green. "I believe this is yours," the man said, and with a flick of his wrist, sent it flying. She leapt from the ridge to dodge, twisting midair, but it still grazed her shoulder. The burning started instantly. Her blood hissed against the toxin she had brewed herself. "How?" she growled as she landed silently behind a boulder, clutching her wound. The man's voice was calm. "You rely too much on your tools. Not enough on your instincts." She hissed. "Who are you?" "Just a man who listens," he said, walking forward. To the wind. The ground. Even to killers hiding in trees. She blinked, pressing 2 fingers to the wound. The poison was already fading. Neutralized. "No one deflects a Night Vale arrow," she said. He smiled faintly. "Maybe not. But I didn't deflect it." "Then how?" "I returned it." Her eyes narrowed. He was unarmed. No armor. Yet moved like someone who had seen too many wars. His feet disturbed no soil. His voice carried no echo. His body bore scars of old battles, and his gaze, it saw through her. She stepped out, bow in hand, another arrow narked. "Then return this." She let it fly. This time she aimed lower, gut shot, impossible to dodge. He twisted, caught the arrow with his bare hand mid-flight. Caught it. Impossible. He stared at it for a moment. "Poison again. You should try kindness sometime." "I was bred to kill, not charm." He drove the arrow into the ground before him. "You were bred. But what are you now?" She fired again. 3 arrows. Rapid. He caught one. Dodged another. The third clipped his sleeve, tore the fabric, but drew no blood. "You're fast," she admitted. "Too fast for a human." He smiled. "Not just human." Then he vanished. She blinked. Spun. He stood behind her, hand gently on her shoulder. "You could have killed me 10 times. But you didn't." She drove her elbow back. He caught it. Twisted. She rolled away, leaping to the next rock. "You're playing with me," she said, furious. "No," he said. "I'm teaching you." "Why?" "Because someone once spared me when they didn't have to." She froze. He meant it. His stance, his tone, it wasn't arrogance. It was memory. "You're not a soldier," she said. "No. Not an assassin. Not anymore." "Then what?" He looked up at the moons. "I'm a mirror. You shot your arrows at me, and I sent them back. Not to hurt. To show you something." "What?" "That you can choose another way." She laughed once, a cold, bitter sound. You think I can change just because you're good at dodging death? No, he said softly. I think you want to change. She hesitated. No one had ever said that to her. Not her masters. Not her victims. Not even herself. And now, poisoned by her own arrow, and somehow freed by it, she could feel something loosening inside. I don't even know your name, she whispered. Kale. Why didn't you kill me? Because you're not dead yet either. She blinked. What does that mean? It means we're both still alive. And if we're alive, we can still choose. He walked forward, slowly, his hands open. I don't want your mercy, she said. It's not mercy. It's an offer. For what? He knelt near the fire again. Sit. Rest. No traps. No blades. Just truth. She hesitated. Then walked slowly toward him. She Saturday. For the first time in her life, she laid her bow down beside her. He didn't smile. Didn't gloat. Just handed her a strip of dried fruit. What is this? Sweet. A bit like home. She took it. Bit. Chewed. She'd never tasted anything like it. And something broke inside. She didn't cry. Not yet. But her hand trembled. I was sent to kill you, she said. I know. You were supposed to die. I still might. But not by your hand. She looked up at him. Why me? He looked at her then, and truly saw her. Because they trained you to be empty. But you are not. I see the weight in your eyes. I see the questions. No one sees me. I did. Silence. Then. If I stay, she said, they'll hunt me too. Then we'll run. If I leave, she said, I have nothing. You have your name. She shook her head. I lost it long ago. Then take mine. She frowned. What? My name. Take it. Be Vesari Kale, if that's what it takes to walk away. She stared. The fire cracked. And then she whispered, You're the strangest man I've ever met. He smiled. You're not the first assassin to say that. She allowed herself a smile too. Tiny. Faint. But real. Far above, the moons watched in silence as two warriors. One who had forgotten mercy, one who had never known it, chose not to fight anymore.